If you've been keeping up with this, you know that our Red, White, and You series is something different. It's a chance to highlight everyday people who are making our community a better place to live. We are in East Dallas today, where a guy on a bike is logging thousands of miles a year to prove that sometimes the smallest gestures speak the loudest.
Morning!
Joe Chatham didn't set out to launch a movement.
Morning!
But what started as a simple greeting
Morning!
became a face people recognize. And then something they look forward to.
Morning, morning! What's up, what's up?
Even when they're struggling to start the day.
But he's gonna point to you and say, hey, morning, morning. And it's just like that kind of joy is pretty infectious.
It just makes you smile. It just makes you smile. It makes you put your hand up and wave.
Morning!
Now you see it on t-shirts and the signs outside homes, forging a family around White Rock Lake.
You feel a sense of unity and connection, and I think that's what he's done for me.
I said, that's it. I'm gonna just slow down and start saying morning, morning. And the amazing part about those two words, it's free.
The seed was actually planted some years back, before he traded his badge for a bike.
What was it like putting on that Dallas PD uniform every day?
That God's given me the greatest gift I've ever known. He's given me purpose in life. So that's what I feel like every day I had a purpose to get out there and do my job.
What gave you the idea to start the foundation?
It was a drug raid, and we went in there and got the suspects out, and we laid them out on the ground, and we were all in our black SWAT gear. And I looked across the street. It was right across the street from a school, and all the kids were out in the playground. They were all looking at us like we were the bad guys. That was a turning point where I said, there's a purpose for me.
He started a foundation called Empower Your Future to interact with kids in a more personal way. He brought them out to the lake and brought in judges, business owners, artists, and athletes to show them what's possible if they persevere. And then, on a bike ride 8 years ago, he got the idea for a greeting.
When you first started doing this, what would people say?
I'm obnoxious. I'm way too loud. I'm crazy. I've got a lot of that. Morning!
But it didn't deter him.
Gradually, I've had many people that there's a frown in their face, you know, and then all of a sudden the weeks pass and then it becomes a great smile. Morning!
And Joe says it to everyone like it's the first time.
I actually personally relate to that so deep because I went through a divorce prior to actually moving here, and I was in a dark season.
Roger Ruiz told us there were days he couldn't find a reason to leave home.
The true story, I put a gun to my head twice in the past because those dark thoughts were really going deep inside my heart, and I felt like I was not worthy.
Roger wasn't looking for someone to solve his problem.
Somebody responded on me.
He just wanted to feel seen.
For me to hear someone say good morning with a smile and with a high wave, you know what I mean, meant like, wait a minute, this is life out here. Why am I in my dark room?
Morning! What's up, man? Manuel! You know, it doesn't cost a dime for you to say morning, morning, and what you get back in that smile is worth every single ounce of breath you have. How you doing today?
And I think it has had a ripple effect. When I walk around the lake now, not just Joe, but everybody starts saying morning, morning to each other, and he's actually created a community.
What started as one voice has become a chorus.
Morning!
A personal mission that everyone's proud to be part of.